out here to prophesy the downfall of America. Out here to prophesy the downfall of America. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Double honors to the elders of GMS. And salute all you brothers out there on the highways and byways pushing this truth and sincerity. Alright? These are the 12 tribes of Israel. And out of the 12 tribes of Israel, we come out here with the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to gather the elect out of the 12 tribes of Israel. First, Judah, so-called North American Indians. Judah, the so-called African Americans. Benjamin, the so-called West Indians. Levi, the so-called Haitians. Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans. Gad, North American Indians. Asher, Colombia to Uruguay. Simeon, Dominicans. Manasseh, Cuban. Zebulon, Guatemala to Panama. Naphtali, Argentina to Chile. Reuben, Seminole Indians. And Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. Those are the 12 tribes of Israel according to the Bible, and Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and so on, are they biblical nationality according to the Bible. Okay, biblical means Bible history. That's what it means. So according to the Bible, these people right here are the children of Israel, so-called North American Indians, the so-called North American Indians, the so-called the so-called Negroes, and the so-called Latin people of Latin descent. Okay. Now, I'm doing a correction in the beginning of this video because on that sit down what we did. Well, I'm gonna read this first. This is in the beginning. This is the correction on the video. All right. This is Sirach 21:7. An eloquent man is known far and near, but a man of understanding knoweth when he slips. I'm gonna read that again. This is Sirach 21:7. An eloquent man is known far and near, but a man of understanding knoweth when he slips. Okay? Now give me 2 Corinthians 13:5.
2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourself whether ye be in faith. Prove your own self. Know ye not your own self how that Yahweh Shai is in you, except ye be prohibited.
No, reprobate.
Reprobate.
Alright. Now I'm on look for this. Now on that sit down when we was reading about the prophecy. Let me get the script. Isaiah. When we was reading on the sit down, when I said let me find the script because I don't want to quote it wrong. Oh, here it goes. This is Isaiah 54:17. It says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. What that means is, that's not saying that the destruction cannot happen to us, because if it's the Lord's will, we might get our head chopped off, at the end of this thing. You see? So that's not talking about that. What they're saying is no weapon is going to be able to come, or no doctrine or anything is going to be able to come against Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai word. That's what that means, okay? But that's a correction when I did on me and the brother did on the sit down, the pot is getting hot. I'm gonna read that again. This is Isaiah 54:17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. This is the inheritance of the servants of Yahweh, servants of the Lord, meaning Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord, meaning Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. I'm going to read it verbatim. It's Isaiah 54:17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord, meaning Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Okay, so that's one of the corrections. And on, I think if I can remember, I think it's on when we did a lesson on the Sabbath, when the Edomite came up. It's called Edomite disturbing the Sabbath, and I said Americo Vespucci, which was a contemporary with Christopher Columbus. I was saying he was a Spaniard, where he died in Spain, and they say, and when you go into the history, he was born in Italy, and he died in Spain. But according to the Bible, he's an Edomite. And then the elders have brought out that he was a so-called Jew. Okay? So according to the Bible, he's an Edomite. Okay? Then when I said on AR-15 Reloaded, I said no, it wasn't on AR-15 Reloaded. Yeah, when Moses stuck his hand in his sleeve, I meant in his bosom. He put it in his shirt, pursuing the Exodus 4 and 6, and that's when his hand became leprous. You know, so that's when his hand became leprous, meaning the Most High changed his pigment. He took the elements out of it. So that's another correction. Let me see. Thinking.
Cain.
Oh yeah, about Cain, saying that Esau lineage, which is the white man according to the Bible, his lineage does go back to Cain. Okay, his spirit and his lineage. He is the offspring of Cain. So that's another correction, and we're gonna get into that today, proving that his lineage go back to Cain through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, proving it to you. What else did I say? Right now, I can't think of nothing else that I said, but you know, if I see, you know, because the Most High, a man's going is of the Lord. So if I slip, it's all about me coming back and correcting it. And if I don't correct it, that means that the Most High got me blinded and I don't see it. Okay? But you're supposed to always examine yourself. We just read the scripture in 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. You're supposed to always examine yourself, so you won't be reprobate, void of judgment. Okay? I'm about to sit down. What's that title of that video when we were saying about the scoffers emotional scoffers?
Scorners, emotional scoffers, and scorning emotional tyrant or something.
Yeah, it's on the page where I was saying where Elijah in second Kings, the 2nd chapter, when I was saying Elijah was the one that called them she-bearers on them kids when they was calling them bald head. That's in the 2nd chapter of 2 Kings. But it was Elisha that done it. It was Elisha that done it, because in the 1st chapter of 2 Kings, Elijah was beamed up. Okay, so those are the corrections that I had to go over to let you brothers know. Look, on them parts I went off, but I'm coming back to let you know I slipped. Okay, I slipped on the part, but I'm coming back with the correction to let you know I slipped on the part, and I recognize that I slipped. Okay. Let me see what else I got. Well, I can't think of nothing else. But without further ado, we're gonna get into these scriptures about proving Esau and Cain is the same person, and Esau and lineage go back, so-called white man lineage go back to Cain. Now, sometimes the brother put the correction up for me on the comment board, you know. So sometimes it's up on the comment board. If it ain't up on the comment board, that's why I'm doing this video, for the people who don't. Sometimes they have had not looking at the videos, but listening to the words, what you're saying. And sometimes when you go on the video, Esau got it blocked out to where you can't see the brother speaking, and whenever a correction he put up, you can't see it. So I'm telling you verbally, because I know how people have their phones or whatever, computer by their head before they go to sleep, you know, and just be listening. So I'm correcting it now. All right. We're gonna start off with Genesis chapter 4. All right.
Genesis 4. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she began to bear his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep,
right?
But Cain was a tiller of the ground.
Okay, so you got to keep in mind, Abel was a keeper of the sheep, and Cain was a keeper of the ground. And Cain in the Hebrew means spirit, and Abel in the Hebrew mean breath, meaning you see it and then you don't see it. In other words, like in transit, you see it but you don't see it. Okay, like when you blow your breath in the cold weather, it comes out, but then it evaporates. Okay. Yeah, you see it for a minute and then it's gone.
Yeah.
You know?
Cain and name Quayan.
Yeah,
Quayan.
No, Garyan.
Quayan.
Yeah, it's Garyan.
Quayan.
Yeah, and Abel is Habal. Yeah. All right.
It says, verse 3, in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought up the fruit of the ground, offering unto the Lord.
All right. Cain brought up, because Cain was a tiller of the ground, and he brought up the fruit to the Lord. Now let's see what Cain and Abel did. Abel was dealing with the sheep, and Cain was dealing with the fruit of the ground. Okay, give me Numbers 18 and 12.
Book of Numbers 18 verse 12.
Right.
All the best of the oil, all the best of the wine, and of the wheat, the first fruit of them which they offer unto the Lord.
Okay, it said the first fruit of them. Okay, remember, Cain tilled the ground and had the fruit, and Abel had the sheep. Okay, read that again in Numbers 18 and 12.
Numbers 18 and 12.
Right.
All the best of the oil, and all the best of the wine, and of the wheat, the first fruit of them which they shall offer unto the Lord, them have I given thee.
Them have I given thee. So you're supposed to offer the first fruit or the first of anything to the Lord. So that's what that's telling you. Now go back to Genesis 4 and 3.
Genesis 4 and 3. And in the process of time it came to pass that Cain brought up the fruit of the ground and offering unto the Lord. And Abel, he also brought up the firstling of his flock.
What? Abel brought the firstling of his flock. Cain just brought fruit. He was supposed to bring the first fruit, so he went off. Okay? That's the white man. That's Esau. He's known for going off. because he can't do what's righteous according to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. He can't do it. It's not in his spirit to do it. Okay? All right.
And Abel, he also brought of the firstling of the flock.
And Abel did what he was supposed to do. So Cain and Abel is Jacob and Esau in reincarnation. Re meaning back again, in meaning in, incarnation meaning in the flesh. Reincarnation, back again in the flesh. That's what that means. All right.
And of the fat thereof.
Meaning the spirit. Okay. All right.
And of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
The Lord, the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, acknowledged Abel's offering. Okay? All right.
Hebrews.
Hebrews 11 and 4.
Right.
By faith, Abel offered unto Yahweh a more excitingly sacrifice than Cain, but which he obtained witness that he was righteous. God testified of his gift, and by it he being dead yet speaketh.
That's Hebrews 11 and 4.
Excellent.
All right, read that again. Hebrews 11 and 4.
By faith, Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice, Salakia, than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous.
Which Abel was righteous. Okay? All right.
God testifying of his gift, and by it he being dead yet speaketh.
Okay? All right. All right. Back to Genesis.
It says Genesis 4 and 8.
Right.
And Cain talked with Abel, his brother.
No, jump back up at 4. Jump back up at 4. Salakia.
Genesis 4 and 4. And Abel, he also brought of the firstling of his flock.
So
Of the fat thereof.
all right, so we edified through the Spirit, pursuing the Hebrews 11 and 4, that the Most High accepted Abel's offering as righteousness. Okay, all right.
And of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respected to Abel and of his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had no respect. And Cain was very wroth.
Meaning he was mad. Meaning he was mad at the Most High, and he was mad at Abel. You see? He was mad at Abel because the Most High showed favor to Abel. So you got to keep in mind, there you go, scheming. He's angry now. Now he finna get to plotting and scheming on Abel.
Abel offered up his sacrifice. His sacrifice he offered up, it was all through faith.
It was all through faith. The water for that too. It was all through faith, through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And they had laws back then, because if you're reading the laws of Leviticus, that's what you're supposed to do. Offer up the first, the fruit. Okay, and we just edified that in the book of Numbers. So it was laws back then. They had laws, but it was verbally given to them. It wasn't written down. To prove that point, I'm gonna go to Ezra. Bear with me. Prove that it was laws back then. This is y'all bear with me.
Second here. 6.
Second Ezra 3 and 5 is where it's at. Alright. This second Ezra, you want to read it? Yeah.
Second Ezra 3 and 5.
Right.
He gave us a body unto Adam without soul.
Which Adam means in the Hebrew, Adama, which means earth and soil, which Adam was a so-called black man. I'm explaining to you like that because the so-called white man have brainwashed you between black and white. The Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans are different shades of brown, and then you got the change in the faces. You got some of our people that slept with these white women, which is not a sin, which is not going off, because you can do that because you bringing back the nation of Israel anyway. Okay, whatever your father is, that's what your lineage go back to. So for somebody to argue about that, they completely void of judgment. They don't got no understanding of the scriptures, and that just some that they want some attention to fuss over because they don't got no understanding of the scriptures. And the scriptures do say offenses must come. All right.
They gave us a body unto Adam without soul, which was the workmanship of thine hand, and didst breathe into him the breath of life.
The breath of life, which is knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay.
And he was made living before thee, and thou leadest him into paradise, which thy right hand had planted before ever the earth was forward. And unto him thou gavest commandments to love thy way.
What? He said, unto him gave us him commandments, which is the statute, laws, and commandments, which is knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. So he gave him law. That's why they were offering up the first fruit. That's why Abel was offering up the first of his flock, because that was a law. It was verbally given to him. It wasn't written down. So the law was always in effect. And it's nothing in this world that does not have a law joined to it. It's a law in everything you do. If you break it, it's consequences. Okay? All right.
Which he transgressed, and immediately thy appointed death unto him.
How can you transgress? Transgression is sin, which is the breaking of the law. Okay? All right, now read that again from 2nd Ezra 3 and 5 on down.
2nd Ezra 3 and 5. Thou gavest a body unto Adam without soul, which was the workmanship of thine hand, and thou didst breathe into him the breath of life, and he was made a living before thee. And thou leadest him into paradise with thy right hand had planted before ever the earth came forward. And unto him thou gavest commandments to love thy way, which he transgressed, and immediately thou appointest death unto him and to his generations, of whom came nations, tribes, people, and kindreds.
All right, so that's it on that. So the point was, in that chapter is that the Most High gave Adam laws. We just read it. The Most High gave Adam laws verbally. But when Moses them came on the scene, he wrote it down in the book. And Moses them knew the laws too, because it was passed down. But the Most High had put it in the book on tablets, so to speak, so you can understand. It was tablets, but I'm saying book, so you can understand. Okay? Tablets of stone. Alright? And then just like when we get in the kingdom, the nation of Israel, meaning the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Most High gonna put his laws in our inward parts. So the laws ain't never been done away with. Never. Just that sacrificial law. Because Yahweh Shai was the last sacrificial lamb. Okay? But that's why I said the laws, going all the way back to Adam, the law was always in effect. And there were more people back then that were called Adamites. Alright? There was a nation of people called Adamites. And those were Israelites. They were called Adamites back then, but today they call Israelites. Alright? Throughout history they became Israelites. Alright? Genesis. Hebrews 8 and 8 tell you that the Most High gonna put our laws in gonna put his laws in our inward parts, meaning in our mind and our body. Okay?
This is Genesis 4 and 5. But unto Cain and to his offering he had no respect, and Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
Okay, he was mad. He was mad. He was mad, and he had no righteousness in him. He was mad. Okay?
And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? Question. And why is thy countenance fallen? Question. If thou doest well, shall thy not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lies at the door.
Yeah, mean the transgression of the law. And that's of Satan when you're breaking the law. Okay? That's what that's going into. So read that again. in verse,
if thou doest well,
yeah.
shall thou not be accepted? Question.
That's what the Most High told him. But he can't do it. Cain can't do it. Just like this white man today. He can't do righteous. He can't do right according to the laws of the Bible. He can't do it. Okay?
And if thou doest not well, sin lies at the door.
Transgression, because that's the breaking of the law. Okay? That's what sin is. Okay?
Sin lies at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
Yeah. So when you break them statute laws and commandments, whatever your lust is, that's what you're gonna go after. You're gonna disregard the commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You're gonna do what you want to do. And you're gonna continue to break the law, the commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And that's what this white man do today. And that's the same thing Esau did in history. And the white man is Esau, and he's the descendant of Cain. Put his spirit, their spirits are put back in their body. Okay? Alright.
And Cain talked with Abel, his brother.
Hold on, go give me Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, verse 3.
Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 3.
Right.
But when the unrighteous went away from her in his anger, he perished also in his flurry, wherewith Rephiris Salakia, wherewith he murdered his brother.
Oh, that's Cain. So his righteousness was taken away from him. He was wicked. Cain was wicked. Okay, read that again.
But when the unrighteous went away,
When the unrighteousness went away,
from her in his anger, he perished also in his fury, wherewith he murdered his brother.
the her is wisdom. Okay? That's what that's talking about. The her is wisdom. So when Cain, it says, and it's Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha chapter 10, verse 3. It says, but when the unrighteousness went away from her, meaning the understanding of the commandments, that's the her is the wisdom. In his anger, he perished also the fury wherewith he murdered his brother. Who is that talking about? Cain. So the righteousness went out of him. The Most High programmed Cain to be wicked the same way he programmed Esau to be wicked against Jacob. Because Cain and Abel is the reincarnation of Jacob and Esau. Alright?
Genesis 4 and 8. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
Yup, and killed him. We just read it in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter, the 10th chapter, letting you know that he didn't have no righteousness in him. That's why he murdered Abel. Okay?
You got like that particular murder. That's like the most famous murder ever.
Hey, we gonna prove it in a second. We gonna prove it in a second.
It says, verse 9, and the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? Question. And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?
Yeah, so he was basically saying, he was saying, look, am I supposed to protect Abel? Which that's part of a commandment. You're supposed to love thy brother. So he said, am I my brother's keeper? Meaning, am I supposed to protect Abel? Okay.
Yeah, man, and like you said, that's like that murder there, man, reigned out for so long. Even right now. Matter of fact, we were just watching Bernie Mac last night, the Kings of Comedy. He was talking about how his brother went against him. First thing he said, Cain killed Abel.
Yeah.
See, you got people, we got brothers on these streets right now. Plenty murders didn't happen,
Right.
Po Boy didn't kill Leroy, and Leroy didn't kill Po Boy, but the Cain and Abel, that murder right there is the most famous murder ever. They still talk about it.
Yep. And Cain is a white man in reincarnation. Okay. Because we're gonna read further in the chapter where the Most High Cain was a so-called black man. He was a man of color, so to speak. But what the Most High did was put that distinguished mark on him, meaning he took his pigment from him. So then, therefore, Cain became the so-called white man with leprosy. He had leprosy. All right? And that's what the so-called white man got today. He's not white, he's red. these different colors of red, different shades of red. Okay?
Verse 10, and he said, what hast thou done? Thy voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground.
Right, because that spirit, because the blood is a spirit. The Most High see that. Okay? That spirit was crying to Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay?
And now art thou cursed from the earth, which has opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
So when he did that, he said he was cursed in the earth, meaning the land wherever Cain lived at, it wasn't going to, whatever he planted, because you remember, he was of the field. So whatever he planted and he tried to bring forth, it wasn't going to give his full strength. It was cursed. Okay?
When thou tillest thy ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
See? Because back then, in the ancient time, a cluster of grapes, when you read in the scriptures, when in the book of Joshua, when they scouted the ground of the land of Israel, which is called Canaan at that time, when they were scouting that land, the fruit was so big that two men had to carry a cluster of grapes. Okay? All right.
It says, when thou tillest thy ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
Right, just like today. That's why you got the fruit so small, and you got GMOs in the food, genetically modified organism in the food, and then sometimes the fruit every fruit has a seed. Sometimes when you get the fruit, they don't even have the seeds in it. But because the earth is not giving this full strength because of all the bloodshed of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, same way what Cain did with Abel, because Abel is the reincarnation of the nation of Israel, Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, which is Jacob. Okay?
And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Well, why is he saying that? Because anytime you murder somebody, that same person, well, give me Genesis, go to Genesis 9 and 6.
Genesis 9 verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God made he man.
Okay. Hold on, we're gonna let this pass.
Most High bringing judgment on somebody. That's beautiful. Genesis 9 and 6.
Right.
Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed.
That's the law. Okay? So that's one reason, that's one of the reasons why, well, that's the main reason why, because that's the law. If a man shed another man's blood, his blood got to be shed. So that's why he was saying, look, hey, this is more than I can bear, because he knew, but he couldn't do right. Read that again, verse 9. Chapter.
Genesis 9 and 6.
Right.
Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For the image of the Most High made he man.
Right. All right. Go back to Genesis 4 and 10.
Genesis 4 and 10. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
That's right. Give me John 8:44.
John 8:44. Ye are of your father, the devil.
Wait, it said ye. Now this is the Lord talking to Israel, because they was going off. They were being wicked. You see, there was an error because they didn't have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Shai, and they weren't listening to the Lord. And this is what he told them. All right.
Ye are of your father, the devil.
He said, ye are of your father, the devil. Okay. Now let's see who we talking about calling the devil. Let's see who the Lord calling the devil, meaning the deceiver. a liar. Okay?
And the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning.
Who was the murderer? Cain. So he was referring back to Cain as the devil. Okay? He was referring back to Cain as the devil. And that's one of the reasons why the men of the Lord out here on the highways and byways teach you that the white man is the devil because the Lord said it. And the white man is the devil and he's a deceiver. Alright?
And abhor not in the truth, because there is no truth in him.
Yeah, so he didn't stay in the truth. There was no righteousness in him. We just read that in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, verse 3. We just read it. Alright?
When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own.
Mm-hmm. When he speak of a lie, he speak of his own, because his own are liars. And that's it on that. Alright?
Back in Genesis, chapter 4, verse 14. Behold,
Start back at 11.
Genesis 4:11. Now art thou cursed from the earth, which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thy be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord.
He said a fugitive and a vagabond, meaning you're going to be all over the place, always wondering in the back of your mind the crime that you committed, and when is the Most High going to get you? Okay? A fugitive ain't been prosecuted for crimes. So Cain committed a crime. So he was always a fugitive, running, looking over his shoulder, when is the Most High gonna get me? Okay? And always wandering from spot to spot. Okay? Alright?
A fugitive and a vagabond shall thy be in the earth. Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast given me out this day for the face of the earth. From thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
Pursuing to Genesis 9 and let me make sure. 9 and 6. Okay? That's why he was saying that, pursuing to Genesis 9 and 6.
That show you how wicked he is. Because he was like, when you read that, he was pleading to the Lord about the punishment that he got.
And wasn't even worried about Abel.
He wasn't even worried about the murder he had committed, killing his brother. That's wicked as hell,
That's
man.
wicked, man. That's his white man, man, the same way. That's why they say their possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Not guilty.
You see, that's why the scriptures say that, because of these things right here.
Ezekiel 11 and 6. Zechariah 11 and 6. Zechariah 11 and 6.
Because of this right here. Yeah, Salakia. Zechariah 11
and 6.
Yeah. Or 5. It's 11 to 6. It's 11 to 6 or it's 11 and 5. Okay? You can get it. Get it. Yeah, Zechariah. Because of this right here. Because they'll hold themselves not guilty. You see? That's the same way. Cain was looking at Abel. That's this white man, man.
Zechariah 11 and 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Because as a nation of people, we are in the belly of the beast, man. The beast is NATO and the EU, which is controlled by the so-called white man, and we are consumed as a nation. We're in the belly of the beast, because anytime you eat something, you consume it. When it's in your belly, you basically consumed it. So as a nation of people, we've been consumed. We're in the belly of the beast, man. Okay?
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Yep.
And they that sell them shall say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
You see?
And their own shepherds pity them not.
Because the pastors, and first and foremost, See, these Edomites, for what they done, they think the Most High is with them, okay? Because they ain't got punished. They vagabonds, they always all over the place, and they're fugitives because they ain't been punished for the crimes that they did. So they think the Most High is with them. And then the shepherds of Israel don't teach that Esau, which is the white man, which go back to Cain, gonna get punished for what he done. So that's why he's saying the shepherds pity them not. So just like this here, from the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, got hit with smallpox. The Native Americans and the Latin tribe got hit with smallpox. You see, all this, they hold themselves not guilty, and that was the same way Cain was acting when with Abel, alligator bait, the babies with alligator bait. You see? So that's the same way, man. I don't know if it's all on there, but Lord willing, you see it. So that's them examples, okay? All right.
Genesis 4:15. And the Lord said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
Yeah. Most High gonna punish him sevenfold. He gonna completely light their ass up, whoever touch him at that time. Okay?
And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him shall kill him.
Alright, go back. What was you at?
That was 15, verse 15.
Read verse 14 again.
Genesis 4:14. Behold, I have driven me out this day
15 and 20.
from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth.
Read Job 15 and 20.
Job 15 and 20. The wicked man traveleth with pain all his days.
Because Esau, which go back to Cain, he always looking over his shoulder saying, when is the Most High gonna light me up for what I did in the past? Because it tells you in Ecclesiastes 3 and 15, the Most High required that which is past. Okay?
And the number of the years is hidden to the oppressor.
So it's hidden to the oppressor. Meaning he don't know when the Most High gonna get him. That's why he always looking over his shoulder. Okay?
A dreadful sound is in his ears.
What's the dreadful sound? Coming out here letting these so-called white folks and the people back then were letting Cain know, look, Most High gonna get you for what you done. It's just a matter of time. That's just like we come out here on the highways and byways and speak through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, letting this white man know, look, your sentence is coming. The Most High, we sentencing them now, but the Most High gonna destroy you for what you did to the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. So that's a dreadful sound in his ear. Okay?
In prosperity, the destroyer shall come upon him. He believeth not that he shall return out of darkness, and he is waited for of the sword.
What's the darkness? All the crimes that he did. You see? All the crimes that this so-called white man did, he think it's gonna stay in the dark, but it's gonna come to the light because the Most High gonna destroy him. Okay? The Most High gonna destroy him. Same way with Cain. He got Cain, hit him with that water, he flooded the earth. Okay? Because of the wickedness. Okay?
This is quick precept. Psalms 50 and 21. These things have I done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
So that's what's happening. He's raising the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans back up, the Israelites back up, and we coming out here telling you through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai that your sentence is finna come. Your judgment is coming. Okay? Alright? And he's setting us up right before their eyes. Alright? Putting everything back in order. That's righteousness. Judgment for the so-called white man, which is the devil according to the Bible. Which his lineage go back to Cain And his spirit go back to Cain.
Starting with the men of the Lord. Out here on these highways and byways, bro.
Let you know.
Good.
You know? Yeah. Hold on. Let me see what we got. Genesis 4 and 17. What we leave off
We
at?
left it off at 15.
Oh, we started 15. Started 15.
Genesis 4 and 15. The Lord said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him shall kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of Yahweh and dwelt in the land of Nod, on the east of Eden. And Cain.
Hey, remember that land of Nod, because it's very important, because we're gonna go into the Josephus. And I'm gonna tell you right now, don't ask us, do we read the book of Yasha? Don't ask us, do we read the book of Enoch? Don't ask us, do we read the book of the Egyptian of the dead? Don't ask us, do we read the book of Solomon that the white man put out there? Don't ask us, do we read the book of Thomas? Don't do it. What we read is the Bible, and we go into the Josephus because the elders have showed us through the Spirit that is links up with the Bible. Don't ask us, do we go into the Quran? That's madness. That's pure madness. So don't ask us. I'm telling you now. All right.
And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. He built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch.
Yeah. So give me
Enoch means dedicated one. That's what it means.
the water.
And that's not the Enoch that walked with the Lord either. That's the righteous Enoch that came from Abel's line, or Seth's line. And this Enoch is from the wicked line of Cain.
Okay.
So don't y'all get that confused.
Give me Psalm 49 and 11.
Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their house shall continue forever.
So when Cain was being the vagabond on the earth, he was thinking, since the Most High ain't get him, he was always looking over his shoulder. Since the Most High ain't get him, he thought that the city of Enoch that he built and called it after his son's name and called it after their name, he thought it was going to continue forever. That's the same way with the white man. He think America is going to continue forever and give it to his children and things like that, but America going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. Okay?
And the dwelling place to all generations.
See? To his offspring. To all his generation. Same way Cain thought, same way the white man think, which is Esau according to the Bible. Okay?
They call their land after their own name. Nevertheless, man being in honor of...
That's it on that. That's it on that. So go back to 17. Go back to Genesis 17 and read that again for me.
Genesis 4, 17. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. And he built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son.
Right.
And Enoch was born Arad, that goes into the kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, what I wanted to bring out is when you read on down in that verse about Tubal Cain, read that out about it's on down.
Verse 22.
Shit. I left it.
And Zala, she also bore Tubal Cain,
Yeah.
an instructor of every artifice in brass and iron.
Well, I left my booklet, but when your brother get a chance, go on Google Images and type in Tubal Cain. And what's gonna pop up is it's gonna have a cane, it's gonna have like a hockey stick, which is symbolic for a cane, and it's gonna have two balls. That go back to Tubal Cain, okay? Meaning a descendant of Cain. And then on the 00, go in Google Images and type in Tubal Cain. And then with that 007, that British agent with them 2 zeros and that gun on there, that's symbolic for Tubal Cain. Okay? That's what that's symbolic for. So they let you know they're descendants of Cain.
The same symbol you see on the back of Masonic men's cars.
Yeah. Or they have rings, or they have buttons. But like I said, go on Google Images and type in Tubal Cain, and you're gonna see it. And the elders brought that out too. That Tubal Cain. And they not British, because the word British mean they Edomites. The word British mean covenant man. The word Brit mean Barayath. Barayath mean covenant, and the Ish meaning Ayash, meaning man. So Barayash, so Barayath, Ayash mean British in the Hebrew, and it means covenant man. Okay? So they not British. The only people that got the covenant are the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. The true biblical Hebrew Israelites.
We are real British.
Okay?
We are real Scottish.
Now I'm finna go into the Now I'm gonna let this brother read this, and we finna go into the Josephus real quick about what Cain was doing in that land that he went to. And this is the book of Josephus. Okay, that's what we finna read out of the Antiquities. Let me see if I can find it here.
Vagabond, this one. So yeah, man, that's why we out here, man, pushing this word, telling you the truth. And them same Edomites, man, they spirit connected, because we got the Rebecca and Esau sign with Esau and Jacob down, and we always got the devil up, and they spirits connecting with it, because all of them that's walking by, man, they staring at the Esau and Jacob sign.
And they want to take a picture of the Esau, this right here,
right,
with the horns up. So
this is what we're finna read out of the Antiquities in the Josephus, and it's in chapter 2. Let me see if y'all can see it. So that's what we finna read out. Oh, let me see. That's what we finna read out of. That's what chapter it's in the Josephus. Okay? And I'm gonna let this brother read it. Read the highlighted part and the part I got in the corner.
Okay.
Okay, that's right there. Yeah, jump down.
Okay.
So this is going into what Cain was doing when he went to Nob and named it after Enoch. This is what he was doing in his land when he went there. Okay?
Antiquities of the Jews, book 1, chapter 2, starting verse 61.
Scoot up a little bit, so they can hear you. Get that out. Alright.
He augmented his household substance with much wealth by rapine and violence.
Raping. He was raping and what?
Violence.
Violence. Okay? That's how the white man got this society. Rape, rob, and murder. And violence. Okay? That's how he got it in his power. Okay? Alright.
He excited his acquaintance to procure pleasures and spoils by robbery.
By robbery. Same way with the white man today, same way with Esau, same way with Cain. Okay? And all of them are the white man, according to the Bible. And like I said, he's not white, he's red. Okay?
And he became a great leader of men into wicked courses.
What? A great leader unto wicked men. That's this whole society wicked. Okay? They don't uphold nothing according to the scriptures. Wicked. Okay?
He also introduced a change in the way of simplicity wherein men lived before, and was the author of measures and weights.
Yep. And then simplicity, meaning he was slick in doing it. He was slick. He was being wicked, so he was slick scheming, beating people out of their money and everything. So that's what he was doing in the land of Nob, named after Enoch. Okay?
And whereas they lived innocently and generously, while they knew nothing of such arts, he changed the world into cunning craftiness.
That's Esau. Cain did that, same way Esau did. Same way the white man did. Okay?
He first of all set boundaries about the lands.
Oh, they named it after his own name. He set boundaries. Telling people, oh, you're an illegal immigrant if you come over at this island. Same way Cain was doing.
And he built a city and fortified it with walls. And he compelled his family to come together to it and called the city Enoch.
Yep.
And after the name of his eldest son Enoch.
See?
And it says Lamech.
He jumped
down
down
to 65.
Right.
Lamech was also the father of a daughter whose name was Naamah.
Lamech did the same thing. He killed two. And he was in the same position as Cain. Because he was a descendant of Cain. It's finna tell you. All
And
right?
because he was so skillful in matters of divine revelations that he knew that he was to be punished for Cain's murder of his brother, he made that known to his wives.
Yep. Because they was killing. They was killing as a people. They was killing. All right?
Verse 66, nay, even while Adam was alive, it came to pass that the prosperity of Cain became exceedingly wicked, every one successively dying, one after another, much wicked than the former.
See?
They were intolerable in war, and vermin in robberies. And if anyone were slow to murder people, yet was the bold of his profligate behavior, and acted unjustly, and doing injuries for gain.
Yep. So he was doing it all for gain. So that's it on that. That's all I wanted to touch on to show you, to give you a history of what Cain was doing. Okay? That's in the book of Josephus. So, let me get myself back in order. So, we just went into the history of what Cain was doing in that land when he went to Nob. Same thing the white man doing today. Same characteristics. Okay? Same spirit. Alright.
This is Genesis 25 and 27.
Right.
And the boys grew.
Now, we going into Esau now. Okay? That's what we going into. Esau. Let me get over here for a second. Hold on. Oh, what you got? Alright.
Did you know the story Rebecca and Isaac had two sons, Esau? First one came out red, all over like a hairy garment.
Start that up on 20.
Yeah, this for I'm putting this up here for edification so you can see. Okay, Esau and Jacob. And you got to keep in mind, this Cain and Abel coming back in reincarnation. Okay? And like we were saying, that mark that was put on Cain, that was a distinguished mark of leprosy. So Cain lost his pigment. And when he came back in reincarnation, meaning back again, meaning in, incarnation meaning the flesh. Reincarnation, back again in the flesh. So that's what that means. So when Cain came back through Esau, his spirit came back through Esau, he came out straight leprous. Okay? Came out straight leprous. And Jacob came out his normal color, which is a so-called black man. Okay?
Genesis 25 and 27.
Right.
And the boys grew. And Esau was a cunning hunter.
And Esau was a cunning hunter. Esau learned how to hunt through Isaac, and when he grew up, he became wiser in hunting, using bows. Okay? Using the bow. Okay?
A man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in the tents.
He was a plain man, meaning, if you look up that word plain, meaning he was righteous, complete, just like Job was. Okay? Jacob was complete, he was righteous, he was upright, serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? Which the same thing Abel was doing before he got killed. Okay?
And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat his venison. But Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob sought pottage. And Esau came from the field and was faint.
Meaning he was weak. Okay? From being out there hunting, whatever he was doing, he was weak.
And side pottage is when you throw raw meat in a skillet, and when it just started to cook and that blood run out of it.
Yeah.
That's side pottage.
Yeah.
It says, and Jacob side pottage. And Esau came from the field and he was faint. Feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage. For I am faint, therefore was my name called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright.
Yep. So that's what read that again, start at verse 29.
Verse 29, Jacob sought pottage. Esau came from the field and was faint. Esau said unto Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage. For I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
That's right. So he said, finish that off from.
And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright.
So Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. Now this is now we're gonna read up on the birthright. This in the Zandervan Compact Bible Dictionary, and it's on page 90, and this is birthright. And I'm gonna jump down. The birthright includes a double portion of inheritance. I'm gonna read that again. This in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, and this is a good dictionary to get. Sometimes they go off in it, but you got to know through the Spirit when they're going off. But the birthright, it's on page 90. Birthright. The birthright includes a double portion of the inheritance. So read that again about Jacob.
Jacob said, sell me thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall his birthright do to me? Question.
That's right, because it's a double portion in Jacob, because when the rights of the inheritance go to your first son, okay, the firstborn. So Jacob told Esau, look, sell me your birthright. Esau, going off his lust and being wicked, what'd he do? Sold it. Okay, because we're going to read into it. Because he's wicked, because he's not righteous. He don't want to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which is who you even call God and Jesus, and he don't want to follow the statute, laws, and commandments. And he don't want to inherit the kingdom.